presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Along with the big Aristotle, Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, after splitting the first 2 games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on themselves. Kyle Korver. I don't know if you call him the best shooter in basketball or not, but he certainly had that tremendous streak of 3-pointers made in consecutive games, the NBA record. He can really fill it up.
Yes, his stroke is so pure. He bears defense to the breaking point trying to close out a contested shot. He's where the defense goes, red. You know what that means, Ernie?
Don't leave him alone.
Oh, wow, you're smart. Your knowledge of the game is...
Come on, man. Thank you very much. He's always got the green light, and that's why they yell red. Right there.
From Louisiana Tech, number 4, at guard, 6'2", from Wake Forest, number 0, Jeff Teague. The head coach of your home team is Mike Budenholzer.
The Hawks play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live right here from Atlanta, Georgia. Last outing for Atlanta unsuccessful. The loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
And Kevin, they put so much effort into the final few minutes of regulation in that game that they were pretty burned out in the overtime period.
Yeah, that's an excellent call by you, Steve. I thought there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Down low, Weston Hibbert. Rodney Stuckey out there with George Hill. And it's Hill in at the small forward position. Now here's Millsap. Clock at 6. Teague dishes to Korver. Fires top of the key. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Korver's got his team on the board to start the game for the Hawks.
A lot of big things happened for Kyle Korver last year, but the one that sticks out in my mind is that he was able to tie and then break the record of 90 consecutive games with a made three-pointer. Says a lot about him as a player, his work ethic, and his consistency.
They double him with Horford. Passes to Hill. Fires the three. Good. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
On defense, Indiana. And for Korver last season, his streak ending in 127 games with a made three, and it was his most efficient season, Clark, as far as his scoring.
Well, he was over 90% at the line, and he hit from everywhere on the floor. I mean, an absolute laser from behind that three-point line. You look at his shot chart, and it's a big field of green, which is made bucket.
It's tipped. Here's Hibbert. Hill kicks to Hibbert. He's looking for Weston, finds him. Goes up again. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin will see if they have what it takes.
Thanks, Doris.
Al Horford, the Dominican big man, won 2 titles with that great University of Florida team, actually back-to-back titles in 06 and 07. You really love his skill level. There's not much he can't do. He gets up and down. He's a terrific passer, and his mid-range jumper is spot on.
And Steve, for Horford, consistently a threat from mid-range. It's curious that he has struggled at the free throw line the last couple seasons.
Yeah, it must be something mental, because you think about what a good shooter he is from the outside. Some people have even thought maybe he should shoot threes from time to time. But the free throw line struggles, that's something that's bothered a lot of people over the years, and usually it's a mental block of some sort.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Carroll passes to Korver. And there's the feed to Carroll. Let's go. That one a little long.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Count the bucket.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Here's Teague. 20 points for him last game against Toronto.
And when you talk about his scoring, Kevin, I mean, with the defense trying to pressure him, I thought he did a really nice job of getting them to overcommit, and you know, that's how he got himself to the free throw line.
Goes up off the pick. And the
are you serious? Come on, man.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
Indiana trailing here. The drive by Hill. No what? Now here is Horford. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And don't forget about the incredible rebound night for him, too. I mean, just devouring the glass all game long.
Come on, Korver.
Clock at 4. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. That gives them the lead. And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 1. This game against Indiana, the first time they met this year.
And, of course, they're meeting the team that was responsible for dealing them a very painful loss in the first round of the playoffs a year ago.
Here's Hill. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He feeds it to Hibbert. Hill left side. Hibbert with the screen for Stuckey. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Here is Korver. Last game he had 10 points. Here's Carroll into Millsap. And Hibbert with the block. Stuckey outside. It's Hill on the wing. Kicks to Hibbert. Horford with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. The dish to Millsap. Pass to Carroll. Millsap, a screen on Hill. Teague with the ball.
There he is. Come on.
Picked up by Hibbert. Offensive rebound.
Dang it.
There. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway. They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Well, Steve, George Hill starting at point, maybe more of a combo guard than a true point. What do you think?
Well, yeah, no question he's a combo. Career average of only about 3 assists, so he's not a classic point guard. And a lot of people have argued that the Pacers need more of a playmaker, but I like what Hill brings to the table. Defensive-minded, smart, team guy, good shooter. So he's an important player for this club.
Korver kicks to Carroll. He's looking for Horford and finds him.
Come on, Horford.
They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
You know, you can point to their shooting percentage in the low 30s, guys, if you're looking for the reason that game didn't go their way.
Yeah, I think it's almost impossible to win a game when you're posting a number like that, Steve. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Well, you talk about Hill defensively now. 6'3", athletic, long arms, extremely smart, knows how to avoid being screened, never gives up on plays. You know, from his time with the Spurs and now coach over in Indy, he has the outstanding technique.
Oh,
those physical tools, and that makes him one of the best defenders of his position.
Now here is Hill. Following the shot by Roy Hibbert. Hill kicks it to West. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. West has got his second basket of the game.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
The Hawks trail by 6.
And you know the other thing I like about George Hill, an excellent caretaker of the ball. He may not create a ton of assists, but he gets them into their offense and really values the possession.
Now here's Teague. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And that one's good.
There you go, Millsap.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Pacers leading by 4. The drive by Hill. He kicks to Hibbert. Here's West.
Fuck it.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Pacers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
David West has the strength and skill to score in the low post, and he's got a nice ability to handle the ball to get to his spot. And he does not back away from contact. As a matter of fact, he invites it. He loves playing through contact.
Scotty's checked in for the Hawks. Teague dishes to Horford. Back to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. And he misses his first shot of the game. And here's Indiana. They're on a 12-4 run. You watch David West work in the post. He has some moves down there.
Yeah, he's got that jump hook. Beautiful turnaround jump shot. He also likes to use his strength to kind of knock the defender backwards.
Are you serious? Come on now.
Here's Hill. No luck. So Atlanta will take it the other way. To the paint.
And one. Darn it.
Drew contact on the shot.
Jeff Teague, one of the quickest and most elusive point guards in the NBA. He's incredible in transition, and where he's really improved is in the half court. He's figured out how to carve up defenses off the dribble.
And Teague, a top-tier penetrator, a nice teardrop in the lane.
And he's an improved passer, too, Kevin. I like the confidence he's starting to play with now. Getting into the lane, he's elite when it comes to the assist-turnover ratio that point guards are measured by. And he continues to expand his offensive game as well.
Now here is Hill. He's got 5, 13 feet away. Good as the jump shot falls. Hill's got 7 points.
This ain't right,
Hawks
boy.
trail by 5. Teague the pass to Ontic. Dishes it to Bazemore. Here's the 3. They get it again.
There you go.
Time to finish it off.
Throw it down, big man.
I got to admire the perseverance, don't you? He worked for that one so hard.
Went after.
Yeah, that's what offensive rebounding is all about, Kevin. Anticipation and grinding for those second chances.
Here's Allen. Following the bucket by the Hawks. Hill kicks to Watson. Pocket 6. Here's Allen. Scott pulls it in.
Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Schroeder kicks to Scott. Feeds to Bazemore. Top of the key, Teague. Now the pass to Baseman. And there's the call on Ontic.
Oh, come on, man.
His first foul of the game.
Who's damn charges coming
Closer
from?
look at Jeff Teague, some of his numbers. Very nice season for him last year. He was around 16 points a game last year, 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Yeah, how valuable a player he is for them, Steve. Scores are always valuable. He gives them such a reliable option every time they have the ball.
The Hawks trail by 3. They set the pick. He dishes it to Schroeder.
Come on. Dang.
It's rebounded by Indiana.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Here's Sloan. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Scola, and it's rejected. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Hawks second.
Yeah, wonderful passing team, and it was the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish.
Teague with the ball. He's covered by Watson.
Jeff Teague signed a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Hawks going into last season, and with the departures of some of their other star players, they decided to put the ball in his hands to run their more free-flowing offense, and he delivered in a great way.
And Jeff Teague shooting percentages, Steve, falling quite a bit last season.
Yeah, but he compensated by getting to the free throw line about twice as often. You know, and that's part of expanding your game. You're going to see some improvement in some areas and maybe regression in others, but he's got to just continue to work. He has a chance to be an excellent point guard in this league.
Here's Sloan. Passes it to Scola. Scola left side. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Scott. The Hawks trail. Outside Teague. The feed to Ontic. Pass to Baseman. Kicks it to Schroeder. The Hawks working the ball around.
There we go, big man.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, good one here, guys. This is going to be fun to watch. 2 evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Yeah, he is none too pleased with the play of his club out there. And looks like they need a little time to get things sorted out here.
I don't know of any coaches that would be too happy if they just saw their team give up a run like this one.
On defense, the Hawks. To stop the drought, Scola makes it off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 1.
Now, the Pacers gave up a lot to acquire Luis Scola from Phoenix last season, especially for a player who probably didn't fit in the Suns' plans anyway. They gave up Miles Plumlee, Gerald Green, and a first-round pick. That shows you how highly they thought of the Argentine power forward.
Here's Schroeder after Luis Scola's score. Ontic dishes to Baseman.
Oh, almost.
On the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Kent Bazemore, undrafted back in 2012, but he caught on with the Golden State Warriors after an impressive summer league. And while he didn't play a ton of minutes, he caught national attention for his enthusiasm on the bench.
And Bazemore traded at the deadline last season from the Golden State Warriors to the Lakers in exchange for Steve Blake.
Really liked his game in college, and he played extensive minutes for the Lakers. I think it's pretty clear that he belongs in the NBA. He just has to cut down his turnovers, but he's a nice two-way player.
Here's Schroeder. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
I'll tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a
Damn,
good
son.
indicator. You know, with the expectations low for him, he can provide a nice lift when he does put the ball in the basket.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's a good screen. He feeds it to Baseman. Wide open look. Good.
There we go.
He's got his first bucket in this one. Indiana leading by 3. Sloan passes to Hill. Here's Allen. Rebound, Atlanta. Scott's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Teague with a clean look.
Yep.
And the Hawks getting another basket right there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Pacers leading by just 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
NBA season blasts off. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers go on the road to do battle with the Portland Trail Blazers next Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, Steve and Clark, what do you think?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
And Indiana shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Allen, that's good. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Schroeder looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Horford. Hibbert with the block, and they get it back. 6 to shoot. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. And he dunks it down. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark at the D continues to clear.
There you go, Millsap.
That's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over.
You know what? Come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force. Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
Here's Schroeder to the wing on the left. Now here is Horford. There's the dish to Korver. He wants to get the Millsap and does. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Paul Millsap has said he doesn't feel undersized anymore with the way the league is going, but more emphasis now on spreading the floor, so Millsap fits in easier. You can always find somebody to guard.
And for Millsap, frankly, his height has really never been an issue. I mean, this is a guy who was a big-time rebounder throughout his days in college. But even though he's only 6'7", that 7-foot wingspan helps, and he's strong enough to hold his own with most forwards in the league.
David West, he's checked in for Indiana. Hill comes in for C.J. Watson. Hill dishes to Hill. Hibbert with the screen for Hill. In the corner, Stuckey with it. Here's the 3. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 3rd rebound on the night. No question, guys, Millsap can rebound and defend the power forward position with the best of them.
Yeah, you remember he led the NCAA in rebounding all 3 of his seasons at Louisiana Tech. So this guy has a nose for the ball.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Paul George has stated plainly that he hopes to post up much more often. Last season, he was basically dead last among forwards, only posting up on 5% of his possessions. He's put on muscle and developed his back-to-the-basket footwork. He said, quote, I plan on being a lot more physical, seeking contact and finishing through it. That's my next step. He's trying to evolve, Kevin.
A good move considering his size and explosiveness, Doris. Thanks. Here's Schroeder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark. Al Horford saw last season come to an end after completely tearing his right pectoral muscle. This only 2 years after a similar injury to his left pectoral. Such a terrific player. You certainly hope he can find a way to stay healthy.
Now here is Hill. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis. And it's Hill penetrating. West with a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Hawks leading. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Schroeder gets to Korver.
Come on, Korver.
Hill pulls it in.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Here's Schroeder. Outside Millsap. Here's Carroll. Back to Millsap. It's rebounded by Stuckey. Stuckey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Hill.
What's going on? Welcome to the broadcast.
Hibbert with the screen for Hill. It's back to Hill. Right side Hill.
Oh, get that shit out of here. Oh, get Korver over there. Come on.
17 points for him last game against the
Wham!
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Pacers trail by 4. Dishes it to Hill. West setting the pick for Hill. He kicks it to West. Outside Hill. Picked by West.
Watch West.
Stuckey outside.
Oh, don't leave him open.
The shot is off. And it's the Hawks.
Oh, you serious?
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast.
Going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Here is Korver. He's got 8. Feeds it to Carroll. Schroeder kicks to Carroll. Offline with his 3.
Get back, get back.
Just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
Now here's Stuckey. It's back to Hill.
Block it. Oh, come on,
Horford. This is
Horford.
that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
George Hill, an efficient combo guard. He was acquired by the Pacers in a draft day deal back in 2011. That was the Kawhi Leonard trade, with Leonard, of course, going to the Spurs. It's a trade that benefited both sides.
And I know, Clark, that you know Hill well. George, an Indianapolis native, played collegiately at nearby IUPUI.
And Kevin, going now in his 4th season with the Pacers, exactly the kind of support starter you want as a contending team. He's rock solid, really defends his position well, is steady. I'd like to see him be more aggressive in looking for his own offense.
You got to give the front office a lot of credit with the Pacers for what they put together.
Without question, Kevin. You know, prevailing wisdom in the NBA was that to compete, you needed to either be a big market free agent destination or kind of tank for high draft picks. The Pacers kind of did it their own way.
Oh, my God. Take that.
And with smart free agent acquisition.
Go ahead, Schroeder.
The biggest one being David West a few years back.
Outside Hill. Hibbert with the screen for Hill. And the pass to Hibbert.
Get out there,
Dishes it to
Korver.
Hill.
Come on,
And
man.
the wide open shot from Stuckey. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And the key for the Pacers in constructing this club has been finding terrific value in the draft. Boy Hibbert drafted 17th, Paul George 10th. Even George Hill was acquired
Oh, nice.
15th pick, so very impressive.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor. But
Time called here, Indiana.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the broadcast. Be sure to follow me on YouTube.
Charge over
under Watch Play ENT. And follow me on Google Plus at Watch Play ENT as well. Thanks for coming by.
Could have been treading water and not realizing its potential and then molding and shaping them into a championship contender.
Now here is Hill. He's got 5. Passes it to Hill.
Miss that.
Hill left side.
Oh, yeah.
Bank
Good.
shot. No good.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Here's
yeah,
the feed to Horford.
Post his ass up. Dunk on him.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
And now a chance to look at David West here. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 14 points a game, 6 rebounds and 2 assists. And you really can't find much fault with him as far as his performances lately.
Yeah, he's been very, very dependable, steady, doing pretty much everything they've asked of him.
Come on now.
And the first one at the line is good.
For those of you who ain't played with the Hawks, they're actually pretty fun to play with. It's more of a team concept than a superstar. And I like that.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
The 2-possession lead is what they were looking for there, so they can deal with that one miss.
Come on, I know you're coming.
Well, setting the pick for Hill. Stuckey passes to Hill. Stuckey into the lane.
Oh, my.
Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Perolantic, he's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Damari Carroll. And Indiana with the change here, too. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Roy Hibbert.
Come out too far that time.
Basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Scott. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Wasn't what I was trying to do. Okay.
Now Hill, he has 5. Hill drives in, shot's good. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Scott, 9 points last game. Here's Bazemore.
Come on, Bazemore.
The Hawks again can't hit.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
Damn,
and the
that's
basket by Hill. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
And Atlanta has possession following the score by Indiana.
We'll take that.
Mike Scott, a second-round pickup.
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. He just came in.
He's just about doubled his minutes last season. A consistent offensive threat off the bench. And he's improved that three-point stroke as well.
And for Scott, where he still needs to improve is on his defensive side.
Exactly, Kevin. A little more than a speed bump on the low block, and his rebounding numbers fell drastically last season. He's already 26 years of age. His upside, I still think it's there, but not as much as we thought originally.
Teague is checked in for Schroeder. Indiana also making some changes. Allen comes in for David West. And Donald Sloan sub in for Solomon Hill. And Sloan kicks to Hill. Good on the three-point shot. Hill's got 5 points in the quarter.
It seems that every pass
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast.
to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now here's Scott. And
There you go,
Teague. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? First in opponent field goal percentage, second in opponent points per game, and they also showed up in the top 5 in blocks. A good, solid team at the defensive end of the floor.
And Clark, you know this. I mean, anytime you see a team #1 in the NBA in field goal percentage defense, you know they're getting after it. So this is a club that plays extremely hard. They take great pride in their defense. They have a concerted plan, a concerted effort every single night to try to stop the opposing team.
Man, talk about multitasking here.
Free throw, good, Teague.
You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of
They gotta go with the broadcast with just a
play hard. They're hoping to find a way to get
with more screen on it, so you guys can actually see the game, not have to look at that block on the side. Oh, get out there.
As you said, for a while now they've been a playoff caliber team, but making that next step into the elite class of the East has been hard.
Oh, come on, man.
Banked in off the glass.
Hey, gummit.
The Pacers lead by 4.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Outside Teague.
All right, somebody come on.
No.
Nope. I hate that when you hit the wrong button.
Kicks to Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The drive by Scott. And
there you go, Scott.
And some of it, Clark, for Atlanta making the jump is personnel. It's never easy to get a franchise player without a high draft.
And in that sense, Kevin, they are a bit in danger of becoming a treadmill team. But they have a good base right now. And I think they just need to continue to keep adding talent and have the talent they have continue to develop.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
Let's go to our sideline reporter.
Oh, hit that, Corver. There you go.
It's a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio doors. The Hawks trying to create that.
Nice rebound. Come on. Oh, my God.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Obviously not.
Sloan kicks to Scola. Pass to Stuckey. Scola sets a screen for Stuckey. Sloan dishes to Watson. Looking for Allen, he gets it there. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
Killing me in the paint.
Now 6 points for Allen.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
He can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up in the paint.
They're just way too porous as a defense right now. A lot of holes in that defense. It's a good time to use the timeout here.
The Hawks trail by 4. Outside Teague. Kicks to Bazemore.
Foul, come on. Oh, well, we'll take it, I guess.
Bazemore's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Now here's Stuckey. Here's Allen. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Allen's got 8 points here in this quarter. 36 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Bazemore kicks to Scott. He feeds it to Korver. Bazemore passes to Teague. And it's
come on, Teague.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they chase down that pumpkin often.
Stuckey up top. Here's Allen. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one.
Just absolutely killing me down there.
Going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And I know some people are still opposed to using replay in situations where the call doesn't have a direct effect on the outcome of the game. But I think it has to be used if there's a questionable call, no matter what it is.
Now, I understand the argument against it. It does interrupt the flow of the game a little bit, but it's hard to stand by.
Well, good. At least he didn't make that. That counts. That's good. Anybody out there, Hawks fans? By chance? If y'all are listening.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. And the first half ends in a close one. Pacers lead by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
All right, Kevin, here with Coach Frank Vogel. And, Coach, things were going your way early in this ball game, but you let them climb back in it. What broke down?
Well, we started the game exhibiting championship-level passing, which is what we're preaching. We got a lot of good looks, got an early lead. We didn't pay attention to their strengths. That's how they got back in the game.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
The Hawks having plenty of trouble defending against Hill.
13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Down low, West and Hibbert. Hill is out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Hill in at the 3 slot. It's back to Hill. On the wing, Stuckey. Here's West. Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Hawks trail by 4. And here is Teague. Now the dish to Korver. Lets it go from the wing. That's good. And so Teague with the assist.
There you go, Korver.
The first basket of the second half. That one for the Hawks.
Paul Millsap is one of the most versatile forwards in the natural power forward, but he brings some small forward qualities as well. He's a heck of a player and has developed that 3-point shot to round out his game.
He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. And the Pacers lead by 4.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Here is Korver. 15 points in the game.
Right now, a look at George Hill, some of the numbers for him. How his season went last year. Last season put up about 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Yeah, I think you're right. You need somebody out there to keep things moving on offense with the reserves. And I think he does just that.
So he comes up empty at the line. Pacers leading by 4. Hill dishes to Hill. It's back to Hill. Wants to screen on Teague. The drive by Hill. And the call will be against Al Horford. .90 seconds now into the second half. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Hill for 3. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Here's Teague.
The George Hill
7
show.
points in the game. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Carroll for 3. They get it back. Horford kicks to Carroll. Dishes to Korver. Teague with the ball. He kicks it to Millsap. Goes back up, and he sinks.
There you go, Paul.
Millsap's got 7.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he preferred to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And the basket by Hill.
Jeez,
Very
dude.
well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
The Hawks trail by 7. Outside T. Feeds to Carroll.
Oh my God, no foul.
The Pacers pull it in. West has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Outside Teague. Right wing. And Indiana called for the foul.
Oh, Lordy. Come on, guys.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Carroll. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Good basketball there.
Now here is Hill. He's got 11. And the Pacers call time here. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve, he has the Gatorade shirt on.
He's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Well, you love what David West brings to the table. Offensively, he can shoot, he can post up, he can muscle you. But he can really help you win without the ball in his hands, too, by setting hard screens and crashing the offensive board.
And Wes, just what you think of when you talk about a true veteran, competitive, leadership, toughness.
All of that is David West personified. He does it without saying a whole lot. When he speaks, it's always right on time and on target. This example is one that all young players should.
Teague's been quiet this game. I don't know what's going on for him. Oh my God.
Roy Hibbert, the big dog, number 55 for the Pacers, is 7'2", and he's a little too big for king-size beds. Every time the Pacers go on the road, he has to take along a special inflatable mattress that he likes to sleep on. It's one of the downsides to living large.
They throw good, Roy Hibbert. And Hibbert hits them both.
Check out the game for Roy Hibbert. He's got 8 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, Clark. He's done a really nice job defensively.
Millsap inside. West is there. Teague for 3. It's rebounded by Stuckey. Stuckey's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Hibbert's father stands 6'2", and Steve, his mother, is 6'1". But Roy obviously towers over both of them.
Well, he towers over everybody, Kevin. I mean, you know, you look at the family roots. His parents came from the Caribbean. And Roy actually played one game for the Jamaican national team back in 2010.
Okay.
That actually may rule him out of playing for Team USA. So a very interesting sort of international background there.
And here is Teague following the three-pointer by Rodney Stuckey. The pass to Carroll. Millsap a screen on him. Carroll dishes to Millsap. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And the dunk by
There you go, big man.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense has done a job offensively, as we saw. The defensive presence was almost
Come on,
non-existent.
computer.
They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Here's T after David West's bucket. Pass to Carroll. Horford with a screen on him. Carroll kicks to T. 6 to shoot. It's Millsap with the drive. Swings the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, that was a
We've got a
foul.
moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. 2nd in assists, 6th in free throw percentage. And they were in the top 10 in steals as well. I mean, this is a team that really gets after people defensively. Deflections, pressure on the ball, all of that leads to steals.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This was a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long.
And the Hawks making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. Outside Hill. He dishes it to Stuckey.
Well, there was a time not that long ago when Rodney Stuckey was considered a rising star in the NBA, considered a steal with the 15th pick in the 2007 draft. But after back-to-back disappointing seasons, I think it's fair to ask, have we seen the best of Stuckey already?
And Rodney Stuckey was playing in a contract season. Started last season breaking his thumb in his hardware, and that required surgery. He missed the first month, and as a result, he never did get back to the level he had hoped for.
Here's Schroeder, and there's the feed to Carroll. Pass to T. Kicks it to Carroll. There's the dish to Schroeder. Teague left side. 3-pointer. That's good.
There you go,
Teague's
T.
got 10 points in the game. And
Get this
for
lead
Stuckey,
back
an
down.
outside shoot,
Daggone.
But his percentage of shots around the basket has dropped for 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, he's not drawing as many fouls. He assisted half the rate he did in 2010-11. Some of it was fit in Detroit. No floor spacing. See if he can get back to playing his brand of basketball.
Indiana again missing. The Hawks trail by 11. Carroll passes to Teague. He feeds it to Horford. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Hill drives in. Hill has the open look. That one wide left.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
T dishes to Schroeder. Back to T. Pass to Schroeder. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Millsap.
There you go.
Straight down.
Strong off the offensive rebound.
What a play. They can cut this lead down if they start converting.
Thank you, George Hill, for getting in the poster there.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, but you wonder, where were those earlier? They're just hustling more now.
Now here's Stuckey. He's got 9. This is to Hibbert. Hill kicks to Stuckey. The baseline
Oh,
check.
there you go.
Again.
It's been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
T gets to Millsap. Here's Horford.
And one.
And so it's a trip to
darn
the
it.
line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Looking at the game Horford's been having, he's got 10 rebounds and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Well, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical. And he's trying to do his part right there.
Atlanta making some changes. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Kent Bazemore in for DeMar Carroll. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. Watson, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And Donald Sloan sub in for Hill. Here's Schroeder. Outside Teague. Schroeder kicks to Teague. Feeds it to Horford. That's good.
There you go.
So Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Sloan. Hill passes to Sloan.
Oh, God, get that.
Stolen by Schroeder. That's right here.
Oh, yeah. Poster. Oh,
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal.
that's 2 posters in one game. That's nice.
That's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
Hill on it. She's checked in for Al Horford. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Anytime you get as many points
Damn,
as
son.
they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
Here's Sloan. Watson dishes to Sloan. Now Watson. Clock at 6. They need this one. Sloan shot is off.
Oh, nice.
Mike Budenholzer grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching pretty much immediately after graduating from college. Sounded like a guy who knew what he wanted to do.
Damn.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Coach Budenholzer, 2-sport athlete at Pomona, golf and basketball, also graduated with a triple major in politics, philosophy, and economics. It sounds just like you at Arizona.
Similar, only different. You know, shortly after college, Budenholzer actually took over as the video coordinator for the Spurs, and that's where his career took off. He ended up spending 19 seasons
good take.
alongside Greg Popovich, winning 4 titles, and now here he is coaching the Atlanta Hawks.
You look at what Teague has done so far. 10 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, good numbers, and that's been important for his team. They needed some points. He's provided some easy ones at the foul line, so he's making an impact here.
And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
The Atlanta Hawks with relatively new leadership in the front office, and the team is going in more of an analytic direction. Head coach Mike Budenholzer from his time in San Antonio.
Block it. Oh, my gosh. Wish they quit letting that old man get down there and get them easy points.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
And that one misses.
And look at this new direction for the
There we go.
They definitely found elite shooters to space the floor, and they've looked for players who can defend the pick and roll. So a commitment to high-efficiency offense and denying that type of offense by the other team is really what you see this team trying to build towards. And Mike Budenholzer, the coach, comes from the San Antonio Spurs way of playing and thinking, and you can start to see some of that imprint on this Hawks team.
There's the pick. Here's Bazemore, and he comes off
there you go.
And shoots it through.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
Here's Sloan. Scola kicks to Hill. Sloan passes to Hill. Here's Watson.
Damn,
Watson's
son.
got 4 this quarter. And Stevie talked about force with Horford gone. The Hawks played 5 3-point shooters in their starting lineup.
And that matchup gave the Pacers all kinds of trouble in the playoffs. The Hawks took them to 7 games despite their vastly different records over the regular season.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Scola dishes to Watson. And Sloan kicks to Watson. Here's Sloan. Outside Hill. And here's Watson. Tries again. That's good.
You serious?
Watson's got 8.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Pacers up by 7. 2K Sports back.
All right, it's time for a comeback now.
Coming up Thursday, November 6th, Tim Duncan.
Teague and Korver in the backcourt. Peruantic out there with Mike Scott. And it's at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
That would have been a hot stepper moment right there.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Well, to say that the Pacers did well in the East last season would be putting it mildly. They were the cream of the crop for most of the season.
And the first one drops. And there was a brief moment late in the season last year, Clark, where the Pacers slipped from the top spot, but they were able to get it back.
Yeah, they did, Kevin. They fought back, grabbed the #1 seed in the East, and they did earn it. I mean, 38 conference wins is a pretty impressive number.
Hill with it. He kicks it to Scola. It's back to Hill. And he takes it in for the layup with a very nice feed.
How the heck is he going to make that? I want to know.
Defensively, because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Scott with the screen on Hill. T kicks to Scott. Back to T. Here is Korver. Just 5 on the clock. Ontic can't get it to go.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And that's the only way to stop him, Clark. The defender has to be all over him with a hand in his face.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Al Horford is checked in for Peruantic. Millsap comes in for Scott, and Damari Carroll subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Stuckey passes to Hill. Back to Stuckey. Hibbert with the screen for Stuckey. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Now here's T. The pass to Millsap. The shot no good. Excellent D there for Scola. Stuckey right side. Shot is no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. Well,
Damn.
As many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And that one's good. Stuckey's got 9 points now in just the second half.
All right, going the wrong way now.
They're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. And they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Hill against Teague. Here's Horford. That's good.
Nice
and so
look.
Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 5th assist in this one. Pacers leading by 9. Hill dishes to Scola. Knocked loose, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. West is checked in for Luis Scola. Left side West. Clock at 6. Stuckey outside. And he hits the jump shot. And the Pacers lead by 11.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Teague against Hill. Teague kicks to Carroll. Picked by Horford. Up off the screen. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
The drive by Hill.
Jeez.
Is good.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Pacers leading by 9. with some arc. Tries again, and the layup good by West.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. It's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Horford with the screen on Hill. T kicks to Carroll. 6 to shoot. Here's Millsap. Hibbert pulls it in.
What?
I thought he rushed him a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Hill kicks it to West. Lets it go from 14. No good off the back of the rim.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You know, the Hawks haven't been an elite team, but they do have the longest active playoff streak in the East. They've been to 7 straight postseasons. And while they haven't advanced very far, I still think there's something to be said for getting to the postseason 7 years in a row.
Hill is checked in for the Pacers. And for the Hawks, with that playoff streak, for a team, Steve, that has missed the playoffs in the 8 seasons prior, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta has shown consistent winning basketball now over the last, 6-7 years. They've shed some of their marquee players, suffered some big injuries, but they've still found a way to remain competitive.
Korver, no luck. At the elbow.
Oh, dang it.
Teague against Stuckey. Teague kicks to Korver. Knocks it loose. Indiana leading by 9. Hill passes to Stuckey. And it's West in the corner. Back to Stuckey. Hill drives in. And so he draws the foul on the shot and trip to the line to shoot 2.
A lot of pressure and expectation last year for the Pacers in the playoffs. No longer were they an underdog or a feel-good story. They were expected to make a deep run.
And he can't hit the second. And they would return to the Eastern Conference Finals after some scares for them in the early rounds. You saw it, but Clark, once again, they could not beat the Heat.
And the difference there, Kevin, was the mentality and fortitude.
And one.
The mentality was pretty equal, but I thought the leadership of LeBron and the brilliance of Dwayne Wade was just a little too much for a young, evolving team to handle.
Good insight. Well, the Hawks not just competitive, but also with some financial flexibility. That's been a goal with their front office.
Let's try a different D here. Let's try a zone.
I think can make some moves going forward.
I know it's going to leave 3s open, but I'll try something new.
Outside Hill.
Let's try to throw him off a little bit.
Hill dishes to West. Hibbert trying to free himself up. He goes up again, and there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Hawks having plenty of trouble defending against West.
He's got 12 rebounds, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, and that's something that's important for him and his team. Getting a few extra points, knocking those free throws down, and helping your team any way you can. And the Hawks, in creating their cap space, had to part company with some of their star talent. Joe Johnson, Josh Smith. No, that's their 2 leading scorers in consecutive seasons. Moving on.
There you go, Teague.
Stayed on the winning track.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
To the inside. Puts up the baby hook. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Well, I tell you what, you have to be impressed with the resiliency of this Hawks team. Losing Johnson and Smith, then Horford goes down to a serious injury, and yet they've battled through and really, in many cases, have exceeded expectations.
Hibbert pulls it in. Hibbert's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Outside T. Passes to Korver. Lets it go with a 3. Pacers with the rebound. West has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Second chance effort, and there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, it's plays like that, hustle plays on the glass, and then staying with it, being active, it really caused some problems for that defense.
Teague against Hill. Teague gets to Millsap.
Oh my God.
Part of what they want to do defensively, limit the easy chances inside.
Hill passes to Stuckey. It's back to Hill. He dishes it to Hill. The jump hook. That's short off the rim. The Hawks trail by 12. Here's Teague. And he banks in the layup. Teague's got 17 points here in the second half.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
And the Pacers call time here. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. His message was this: all of us know these guys are capable of exploding and putting up points in a hurry. So I don't want to see anybody letting up until that final whistle blows. Guys, back to you.
West kicks to Hill. And there's the feed to Stuckey. Shot from 12. Jump shot is good. And the Pacers lead by 12.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Off the screen.
What a huge play.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
And Indiana shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Hill kicks it to West. Fires from 18. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge.
Still fighting for the win here. And he gets the
There we go. Let's go, guys.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot out.
And it's Hill penetrating, and the shot is
What?
good. Hill's got 6 here in this quarter. Atlanta calls timeout. Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Horford sets a screen for Teague. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Teague's got 30 points.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Again, missing Hill.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it.
Oh my God.
After doing a nice job to get open.
Stupid damn look.
Out to West. Hill dishes to Stuckey. Indiana moving the ball around. Hibbert with the screen for Stuckey. And that one goes off. They get the rebound. Here's West. Rejected by Millsap. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Corver. The Pacers shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. The drive by Hill. And Roy Hibbert, the bucket on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Teague can't hit. Indiana leading by 7. Outside Hill. Pass to West. Left side West. Here's Hill. And he finishes nicely on the way. Hill's got 9 points now in just the second half.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top. Their pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
That's a play we may see from them a few more times.
It works. You've go back to it. They can stop you.
Outside Hill. It's back to Hill. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Jeez, dude.
And the Pacers lead by 9.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Carroll passes to Horford. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Roy Hibbert picks one up. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Carroll Ontich, he's checked in for DeMari Carroll. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Schroeder in for Jeff Teague. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Miles kicks to Mahinmi. Now Watson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And the Hawks making a change here. Both free throws good from Watson.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Here's Jenkins. Bangs home the trifecta. Watson with it. Here's Sloan. So it's Indiana picking up the win.
Well, 2 losses in a row. It's all right. Long season. I still got to get used to this team a little bit.
Standing by on the sideline.
David, this was a game not for the faint of heart. How did you guys play through the physicality?
Well, 2 losses in a row. It's all right. Long season. I still got to get used to this team a little bit.
But thanks for coming by. Remember to follow me on YouTube, Watch Play ENT, and also follow me on Google Plus at Watch Play ENT. Thanks for watching, guys.